If you want to know what my top 3 decision-making frameworks that generated us over $1 million in martial arts revenue every year consecutively for the last 14 years is, you should watch this video. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters. I am the Sales and Systems Sensei. Thanks for joining me. I actually run a program called the 7-Figure Dojo Jumpstart Program, which is a biz ops strategy program that we use to help martial arts school owners scale their martial arts school with the use of that system and a dojo assistant. And today we are gonna discover the exact 3 decision-making frameworks that I use to blow up our martial arts school to go from generating $5,000 to $8,000 per month in recurring revenue to over $85,000 per month in recurring revenue for the last 14 years consecutively. Decision-making framework is something that, honestly, I had to learn the hard way. So I'm hoping by giving you this decision-making framework, it can save you the pain and the heartache of trying to figure this out yourself, okay? One of the things that I learned very early on is that you need to market the so that, not the what. So that is a phrase, so that. What I mean by this is, so many times we try to market what we're good at, like our particular style, or why we're better than another style, or why we have so many tournaments and trophies and accolades and like all these things behind me, right? And so this is why I'm good, or this is why you should come. People don't care about that. So if you're talking about how many years you've been in business, how long you've been winning, or whatever it is, people don't care. They won't remember. It's not worth it. What is worth it is changing your messaging so that it's a part of what you do every single day. When you say the words, people want martial arts so that they can improve focus, so that they can get in shape, so that they have confidence to defend themselves. Every time that you can say this phrase, so that, it gets you closer to getting the messaging down, which then gets your marketing down. And marketing is a key cornerstone component of generating 7 figures a year consecutively. If you don't have a good marketing game, it's just not gonna happen in the time frame that you want it to. The second thing that I have figured out over the years is that you can't build something unless you count the cost of it. What I mean by that is that sometimes you want so badly for a program or an idea that you have to succeed, but you don't take into account all of the things that go into it, or the cost of goods, or the cost of service that's going to be necessary to get that program going. You're just like, well, if I buy this, licensed program over here, then I'll run it and it'll be a class, and then students will magically sign up for it. And the reality is that they won't. And you also have to make sure that you can count the cost in all the areas. So I'm talking about, like, what are your classes? Do you have enough square footage? What's the lease look like in your commercial building if you don't own it? Even down to, what is this licensing thing gonna cost me over time? Like, these are all the things and factors that you need to take into consideration before you get yourself stuck in a situation that you can't get out of, or before you've overcommitted yourself and you've said, we're gonna do this no matter what. And I think, honestly, that's another piece, a little golden nugget, is that I try not to make no matter what statements when it comes to programs or classes. I only make no matter what statements when it comes to doing what it takes to get the business moving forward, no matter what. The reason why I don't have a no matter what on programming or classes is because your programs and your classes have to adjust and change for the market that you're marketing to. So many times when I'm talking to clients, they're not really ready to make those adjustments to what they're doing in order to help the market. When I was a kid growing up, it's totally different now than what it was then. The adjustments have been made in the classes for this generation of young children and martial artists. And same thing for adults. Like, back when my dad was growing up in martial arts, they didn't wear safety equipment. They punched each other in the face with gloves, like, that they could find, like boxing gloves. And they had no foot guards or shin protectors or chest protectors or anything like that. We've gotten smarter, so why would we abandon the use of sparring equipment? We don't. Well, we should do that the same way for the programming of our classes. If you can get smarter on how to program your classes, you can take tactics that have been developed and learned in early childhood education or fitness, and you can adapt and incorporate those things in your classes. They're just going to be better. So keep an attitude of, I'm going to do what it takes to make my business successful, not I'm going to run this program no matter what because it's a tradition that I have. Finally, the third piece of the decision-making framework that I have for my own flagship martial arts school and that I share with my clients inside of the 7-Figure Dojo Jumpstart program, which, by the way, if you want more information about it, you can go to 7figuredojo.com. The framework that I have, that I teach, is you need to always consider, does this align, right? Am I in alignment with my future self? Because if you're not in alignment with your future self and where you want to go, you are going to literally run not only yourself into the ground, but your business as well. If you could look into the future 5 to 10 years down the road, would your future self and the direction that you're trying to move your school into, would they be on the same path or the same line? Or are you just getting distracted by things that don't even matter? That's the real question. So again, guys, market the so that will help your messaging. Make sure you run the numbers on everything that you do. And finally, think about your future self, your future goals, and does the direction that you're taking your martial arts school in right now, does it align? And if it does, then go after it and go get those students, make a difference in your community, change lives, do all of those things so that you can live the life that you want to live, you can train the way that you want to train, and you can make an impact on those that would have never had their lives touched with martial arts without you. Until next time, guys, keep being awesome. See ya.